Hi folks and welcome to today's video, how to support your spine with a herniated disc. Now before we get into it, don't forget if you enjoy the content I bring to you on a weekly basis, hit that subscribe button. I create a lot of content for those folks out there suffering from herniated discs, bulging discs, sciatica nerve pain, trying to create content which help you get back on your feet, back on the road to recovery. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. So folks, today I want to talk about supporting your spine. For those suffering out there with herniated discs, bulging discs, it's really important that we learn how to protect our spine when we're moving around. Now we're going to talk today about bracing. Now bracing, it is actually part of my methodology. I call it the BASH principle. B stands for bracing, A, avoiding flexion before noon, S for support, and H for hip hinging. Now, the avoiding flexion before noon was a video I done before last week. You can go and check it out at the end of this video. It's going to pop up on the end screen. But today I want to talk about bracing, and it's part of what I call my spine hygiene program. So bracing is effectively where we contract our abdominal musculature, it's just this section here, front part of your body, and it helps support our lower back. So we're trying to protect our spine from, re-injuring it while we're in rehabilitation. It's useful to learn how to brace. Now, a very simple way to kind of get into that mode of learning what bracing is we're going to lie down on the floor here, and I'll show you an example of how to brace. Guys, I've got a really amazing update for you. I just want to let you know before we get into today's video. I've recently featured on Spine Health Foundation's Get Back to It podcast. It's the Spine Health Foundation, you may know it. It is one of the biggest non-profit foundations helping the lower back sufferers, pain sufferers, out there in the world. It's based in the USA. They do numerous different podcasts, interviews with doctors. They have a lot of great self-help guides. And I just featured on their Get Back to It podcast where I detail my journey along my herniated disc recovery journey. And now I'm actually helping a lot of people out there in the world recover from their lower back pain problems. I'll put a link down below in the description section. You can go and check it out and listen to it at your leisure. But I just wanted to let you know, guys, that I'm doing my best for you out there and getting the word out there to as many people as possible. All right, let's get back to today's video. So, you may have heard somebody say, tense up as if you're going to take a punch. Another good way to do this is, I'm going to use a ball here, but you could use like a book or something, as a heavy object in your house. You lie on the floor, knees bent, you've got it sitting on your stomach is soft, okay, it's concave, the object is sunk in, and then just cough. So the ball moved up there, okay? And if you cough and hold, and press here, you'll feel the abdominal structure is firm, okay? Now that's a sort of easy way, if you will, to explain bracing with an example, but there's other factors going on there when you cough, okay, to create that movement. But I want you now, just take your hands, no cough, just find this fleshy part either side of your belly button, and I want you to sort of push in, so soft, squidgy. Now resist the pressing. So you'll have to kind of consciously hold it tight. Sometimes you might feel yourself going, like so, whenever I go, like I'm breathing out sharply, I get tension here. And I can keep that tension. I can breathe normally, I can still be talking, but I'm going to feel this contracted. And it's not a forcible, squeeze contraction. It's just a little co-contraction. It just contracts nicely, softly, and you've got some firmness in that abdominal region, okay? Now let me move this from lying down to standing. So we're here. Now, the whole thing behind bracing is if I go to move an object, lift something up, I want to consciously prepare myself before doing it, okay? Especially if I've got a herniated disc, bulging disc, sciatica nerve pain, I want to protect that spine, okay? So when you're standing, same thing, you just put your hands in here at the soft part beside either side of your belly button, and just we'll do the short, sharp breath, like that, and as you do that, you'll feel this contraction here, okay? Now, you don't need to do the breath, that's just me over-exaggerating there. Another good way to think about it is if somebody's going to push you or going to punch you in the stomach, and you get ready to brace, and you get tense, and you just tense it. So when I come now to move an object, so I want to push this out of the way, I get close to it, I consciously brace here, and I can push the object much safer, yeah? So the whole principle behind this is to nicely contract abdominals before you go moving and lifting objects. Yeah, it's going to help protect your lower back from injury, but also if you have an existing injury, it's going to help not make it any worse, okay? So listen guys, really simple video there on bracing. I hope it brings some relief to you guys out there. If you are out there suffering from lower back pain problems, sciatica nerve pain, herniated disc, etc., hit me up in the comment section down below or ping me an email. You'll see my email address is down there in the section as well, in the About Me section. I really want to hear how you guys are doing. If you're suffering tough, looking for some help, reach out to me. I'll try my best to give you some good advice, okay? So folks, listen, hope you enjoyed today's video. Please hit the like button, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week. Have a great day.